So Chris, you're 8 races into the season, you're leading the Constructors by 80 points, you've got both drivers 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship. Considering how hard you pushed last year, are you a little bit surprised at how well this season's gone so far?
Yeah, it's been a remarkable start to the year for us. So having put so much into last year, I don't think any of us could have ever imagined, being at this point of the championship, where we are. But we can't let off. There's nothing to take for granted, and still a long, long way to go in this championship. So yeah, just one race at a time.
Now at this point in the season, you've got a different rival in Ferrari. How different is that fighting them compared to Mercedes last year?
Well, it's been a very healthy battle so far, and it's all been about what's going on track, and that's obviously the way it should be. So yeah, there's been some great races, some tough races. We've had some bad luck, they've had some bad luck, but over the course of the year, that tends to equal itself out.
A healthy battle, but you must be missing your sparring partner, Toto.
Well, look, he's never far away. I'm sure he's going to try and gate crash at some point. I'm sure they'll sort their problems out, and they've got two very capable drivers. They're going to be right there. So yeah, I don't expect him to be away for too long.
I mean, you've had some tough times this team. This team hasn't always fought at the front. Do you have any sympathy for Mercedes when they're struggling a little bit at the moment?
No, not really.
I like it. Looking ahead to the rest of the year, we've got Max performing at such a high level, even though he's not quite comfortable with the car. Are you impressed at just how well he's managed to get, 5 wins out of 8?
I think he's driving with great maturity, and the car hasn't been ideally to his liking at quite a few of the races so far. So that's great that we've still got more potential to find. And I think Checo, on the other hand, has really hit a sweet spot. So it's great to have the two drivers pushing each other and really in contention.
He does seem, Checo, like he's hit another level this year. I know you would have rated him highly when you employed him, but are you even surprised at how much he's kicked on this year?
He's doing exactly what we would have hoped for when we signed him, and he's found a setup that he's confident in. His confidence in the team has grown, and he sniffs an opportunity, and that's what you want in a driver. And so I think everybody in the team's really delighted with the job that he's doing.
How has it changed the dynamic over the course of the year? Because it's been a while now that you've had two drivers really fighting at the sharp end.
Well, there's a great, healthy relationship and respect between the two drivers. They're still working together collectively, because our main opponent isn't internally, it's externally, and it's so early in the championship. So of course we're doing our best to work as a team to make sure we try and make sure we keep the red team behind us.
Is it helping push Max on a little bit more? Not that he needs motivation, but still?
He doesn't really need too much motivation, but it's a healthy dynamic to have in any team when you've got two drivers that are sparring and pushing each other and pushing the boundaries of the car. And that pushes the team as well. So it's a very healthy position to be in.
Checo was saying that, ultimately to beat Max, he just needs to be a bit faster. Do you think he can go on and win more races and fight for the championship?
I think he's right in there. I think he's driven some brilliant races this year, some great qualifyings, which has been his Achilles heel. And I think his Saturday pace is leading to great Sundays. And there's still a long way to go. But to have both drivers up there in that position is, it's stuff we could have only dreamt about.
Now, from a performance perspective, right at the start of the season, there are a few reliability troubles with Honda, but they seem to have got on top of things.
I mean, our partners, in Japan are doing a great job with the engine, and I think that we've had some issues. It's a tough calendar, it's a tough season. I'm sure there'll be further issues, but we're seeing that with our competitors as well. So, but everybody's working hard to be on top of what we can be, and so far so good.
You've been bringing quite a few developments over the course of the year within the concept of the budget cap. How challenging is that going to be over the next few races?
It's very challenging, because obviously it's constant bang for buck, and we're having to be very strategic the way we introduce components. Indeed, we're only replacing components as they become out of life and superseding them, and having to do that with cost always at the forefront of mind. So the team's doing a great job. Of course, we're running very low on stock. We're running very lean on spare parts as well. And inherently there's risk when you do that. But so far the way the team's responded has been phenomenal.